As Kaizer Chiefs continues their search for a new coach, we look at the 5 changes that the new coach will make. Starting with number 1, crafting a distinctive play style. And no, I am not talking about tiki-taka. I mean any play style. For example, you have a coach like Antonio Conte, who's not really always attacking, but his teams will hurt you with that counter-attacking. They will have good strikers who will be able to finish off their chances. They will have a back three, solid defenders that you know you can depend on. On transition, teams that are coached by Antonio Conte are very clear. On the other hand, you have teams that are coached by Jurgen Klopp, who's very clear. He wants to counter-press and create chances from winning the ball back. On the other hand, you have Pep Guardiola, who plays tiki-taka, and his counter-pressing does not lead to creating goal-scoring opportunities, but more of regaining position and circulating the ball again until they create another opportunity. So these are 3 different playing styles. Some people might prefer one over the other, but at the end of the day, they are clear, they are concise. Everyone knows what they are supposed to do. It's not finder. We want at the end of the day, when the coach is asked, what is your playing style? And he can say, I am a coach who wants to play tiki-taka. I am a coach who wants to play high press, or whatever. Whatever there is, we just need to see it, and we need to see it being implemented week in, week out. Number 2, strategic squad building. We have had a lot of things like, if a player is available and we can afford them, we can go and get them. I do not want that. I don't want my team to buy people based on whether or not they are available. I want my team to buy people because they identified them, that since I already have a distinctive play style, now I look at this player and I think to myself, he fits the style of play that I have. As such, I am going to bring him to the club because he's aligned with my playing style, but is also aligned with the club ethos. Number 3, obviously, is going to be solidifying our defensive structure, because Kaizer Chiefs has very good defenders, I will say. But if you look at how the team has been performing, even with the good defenders that we acquired, Abo Kevin Msimango, even Abo Njabulo Ngcobo, very good defenders, yet we are still leaking goals week in, week out. There is a saying that says, strikers will win you matches, but defenders will win you championships. We need players to be aware. We don't need players to be getting caught, because so many times this season we've seen Kaizer Chiefs concede the same goal. The ball chipped into the far post, no one is there, no one is marking, and then the goal just goes in. We also need a coach who's going to emphasize the importance of always being switched on. We see a lot of times our players of Kaizer Chiefs that sometimes it's like they're not even in the game. And yes, this season, some of it has been caused by the fact that we've been losing so many games and the concentration goes away because the confidence is also not there. But sometimes some of these things can be coached. Moving on to number 4, exploiting set piece opportunities. And this is a very, very big point, because think of it this way. Kaizer Chiefs has currently Sfiso Hlanti, who's very tall. They have Vukiven Msimango, who's also very tall. They have Ed Milson Dove, and they have Rangachiva Vero as their striker, who's also very tall and good in the air. They have some of the very good specialists in terms of taking corner kicks. Ref Rosler is not even playing these days, but is also very good in taking those crosses. Utupri also has a relatively okay technique in taking corners, but those things can still be enhanced because we have an advantage of aerial balls and we can do better. And if you watch Kaizer Chiefs' game when they play against SuperSport, you would have seen that there was an opportunity that was scored by Kevin Msimango, which came from a corner kick situation. And in that case, they did play something that seemed like it was rehearsed at training. And that is good, because you can clearly see that these things, if you rehearse them at training, nobody knows that you are coming out with that strategy. So making sure that the strongest point of the team are shown should be the thing that is focused on by the coach who is coming next to Kaizer Chiefs. Number 5, nurturing team cohesion and fitness. This is very, very important because you look at what is happening this year, and not just this year, but over the past few seasons at Kaizer Chiefs. There are a lot of players that get injured. Some players come back from injury and they get injured again. But you look around and you think to yourself, why are our players all just getting injured? And people point their hands at one person, and that is our fitness trainer. They say it's his fault. But then I say to myself, do we really think that Kaizer Chiefs has just started having injury problems this season? Because they had the same thing with Samir Nukovic when he was playing in his final season at Kaizer Chiefs. At times he was playing with injections. Umuzi was not there, but there were still injuries in the team. So then the question is the problem really the fitness coach, or has the problem always been there? It's just that it's not been addressed. It's a question I will also want to hear you answer, because I feel like if there's a new coach who's coming in and is bringing his technical team, not just his assistant coach and a goalkeeper coach, but he must also bring a conditioning coach, because some of these players cannot adjust to playing the system that sometimes Kaizer Chiefs wants to play, which is usually just running and running and running. And because of that, their bodies are not adapted to playing in that kind of style. And you can say that Umuzi, the current fitness coach, is the fitness coach, but Kaizer Chiefs still don't have a conditioning coach who is going to condition players to this specific style of play, not just to get them ready and get them fit for the game. And this does not just extend to fitness only, but it also should extend to, we do not just want you to be fit in terms of, oh, you can play 90 minutes, but you must be in shape, like tiptoe shape. We see a lot of players at Kaizer Chiefs who are playing but are overweight. That is a problem. We cannot have such thing, because you look at Given Msimangwe, you can see he has muscles, he's ripped, he works hard. That thing needs to be put on players that, hey, you are playing for Kaizer Chiefs, you are playing for my team, and I need you to be fit, because there is no point in me having a clear playing style. There is no point in me solidifying my defense and making sure that I'm so good only for players to only be injured all the time. So the coach should make sure that his players are in the tiptoe condition and ready to play each and every game that they have to play. But do you agree with what I said? And what do you think the coach who's coming should also do? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals al pelumoy.